Hi guys, it's Ashley and I am back this week with a new video for Hip Kit Club using the May 2016 Hip Kit and add-on kits and one of our May cut files. For this week I'm using the cut file in one of my favorite ways, which is for hand stitching. I made a stencil using the Love, a little kind of rectangle I guess you would say. This is one of my favorite ways to use the Silhouette Cameo sketch pens. I just sketched it out instead of cutting it, and now I'm using a paper piercer to go along and poke some holes, and I'm just going to show you a bit. I'm using a kind of a dark teal embroidery floss. I wanted it to kind of match that color in the paper designed by Kim Watson, one of the exclusive papers. So I had that there, and I'm going to cut a few of those triangles out later to go on the page also. So I'm just going to add that to my needle and just do a simple back stitch, and I'll just show you that here and finish up the rest of it off camera. It does take a little while, but I like to do the hand stitching. It's something that you can do while you're watching TV or just kind of, you know, something you can do in your spare time. I actually find it kind of a stress reliever because it's one thing that you can concentrate on. And when I have my kids run around, I need all the stress relief that I can get. So I just do the whole thing in the teal. You could actually mix your embroidery floss and do different colors if you wanted to, but I wanted that darker color in the center of the layout to kind of stand out. So I'm just going to finish that last one, and you can see now I've got it done. And I'm going to add my photo. I went ahead and took that Today chipboard piece out of the Bella Boulevard pack because all of mine have started to fall out. So instead of having them everywhere, I just went ahead and took that out, and that's going to be part of the title. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. And I left those inside pieces because since I was doing the white on white there on the background, I thought that would help it stand out a little bit more. And I liked that filled in look. And this week we're kind of focusing on your photo. You might think, why in the world did I choose such a small photo? But you can still focus on your photo even when you do a small photo. You can see that I left a big margin around my photo, and then I added that Simple Stories frame. And I'm also going to do a few other things to draw attention to my photo. I'm going to use some of these arrows from our exclusive paper. And this is actually the only pattern paper I use, which is totally unusual for me because I usually use several pattern papers. But I'm going to use these little arrow pieces to kind of point toward my photo. I start out with 3, but later on I do go and add 2 more to make it 5 because I just wanted to bring out a little bit more color from that sheet of paper. So I think I actually do that off camera once I finish the video. Sometimes when I finish, I look at it and think, oh, I need something here or I need something there. So I will go back and add a few things every now and then. So now I'm going to start embellishing, and I'm going to do all my embellishments around that hand stitch Love, just kind of like on the perimeter. This is a little bit different for me just because of the white background, no other pattern paper, and clustering everything. I didn't use any kind of spray mist this time, so everything's kind of centered right there in the middle of the page, and I really liked the way it turned out. And I'm bringing in color, you can see here with our exclusive ephemera pack that's in the May kit. This pack has so much stuff in it. I've used it on all of the layouts I've done so far for May and still have a good bit of product left in it. So I wanted to use a lot of those pieces. And the puffy stickers. I love that little cloud and the little flower. I've been hoarding that cloud, so I decided it was finally time to use it. And I'm just kind of going around. You'll see that I use the same embellishments kind of back and forth because I want to go around and just add a different mix of things around that little Love stitched part right there. So I'm just mixing in a lot of the different types of embellishments that we have in the embellishment kit, the Project Life kit this month. And just seeing kind of what works and what balances out around that center part of the page. And I wanted to bring in some pops of navy just to make a little bit darker. So I liked having those there just for that darker element. And you'll notice once I get done, I have some navy around each side of the rectangle there just to continue that color on. And I loved that little flower right there. It kind of fit perfectly in that spot that I wanted it to go in. So that was perfect. And I just go around. I don't do anything else crazy on this. You can see that I did stitch the triangles off camera. I wanted a little bit of machine stitching to go along with the hand stitching. So just to add a little bit something extra to those triangle pieces, I just added the machine stitching there. And then just to get another element of dimension, I'm using some of those Bella Boulevard She Blooms chipboard pieces. And I liked the little hearts and the flower and things. And this is actually a piece that I couldn't even throw that away. Like, I saved that from another layout that I added that little scallop piece on. And so I just stuck it right there under the triangle. And I'm going to use that little extra space there to add my date. So I usually keep just about anything and everything if it's from an ephemera pack, so I can use it again. And that photo, talking a little bit more about the photo, we went to the beach back in April, and they have a little zoo there, so we went to the zoo, and my kids always love to go visit the goats. And so my daughter was standing at the fence, and this goat just happened to stick his head up there, and I think he was trying to eat some food, but if you look closely at the close-ups at the end, you can see that he's got his tongue stuck out, which I thought was really funny. So that's why I used the Best Photo Bomb little word tab, because I thought that fit perfectly with it. But they are like fanatics of the goats. We always have to go see the goats and feed the goats every time we're at the zoo. But you can see that I added some more things up there around the photo to draw attention to it. I added the little cloud. I added one of the jelly bean soup word fetty wood pieces, and then I wanted that flare button up there because it does add some height and dimension, and it's a little more weightier than a lot of the other embellishments, so that kind of draws your eye, and especially that pop of yellow on that frame too. So I'm going to finish up just a little bit more here. Just got to add a few enamel dots because I can't go without those. And these are also the Bella Boulevard She Blooms enamel dots. And I do add in some Echo Park also. I had some of those that I wanted to add in, so I do put some of those on there too. And then just the date, like I said, right there in between the little scallop. So that finishes it up, and here is my layout and some close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this week, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks.